Hey guys, it's Dan the Medic. Welcome to the channel. Today, my car got broken into. Oh my goodness. Hasn't happened since like the late 90s in New York City. Let me show you the damage. So I came back and I was like, okay, let me go drive away. I said, wait a second, something doesn't look right. And I said, oh my God, Steve, someone broke my window. Oh my goodness, look at all this broken glass. Oh no, right? And then I look, I said, oh no, they accessed the trunk by pulling the seat release, the seat releases, right? And they took my Tamrac camera bag. Well, you can't see it, you know, because not only is it dark, you can't see it because they took it, right? And then of course the Christmas gifts over there they didn't take. They didn't take my, oh, that's Steve. Hey, Steve. All right. It's horrible. It's horrible, right? So they smashed that, and they didn't take most of it. They just took my camera bag. They left my tripod there. I guess they weren't interested in the tripod. All right. So apparently they broke this little panel over here. I don't know why. Maybe this is like for them to easily pull this latch over here. Oh yeah, there's glass everywhere, guys. Careful, careful, right? They didn't break this side, in the back. Over here, they broke this little thing right here, right? And they reached in, and then they undid this thing over here, right?
That's what they reached for.
Yeah, they moved the seat, and they took, but this window is okay. Yeah, so I guess after they moved the seats forward, and then I guess they broke the I guess they broke the big glass over here, and then just pulled the bag out or opened the door from the inside. Like
Does the car have an alarm?
no,
No?
no, they broke that and they took it.
The car from the alarm.
No, it doesn't. Like, does your car have alarm?
I don't know.
Anyway, so oh yeah. Hey, see, this is Mr. Steve. Hello.
I feel so bad.
Yeah, but I don't feel bad because the way I see it, this is the way of the world of which we live. Right? Interestingly enough, they didn't go through the glove compartment or the front compartment, right? Like the side compartment, like all my stuff is still there. They just went straight for the trunk, grabbed the bag that looked expensive. It's a Tamrac camera bag. The camera bag is like $350 professional stuff, right? So I'm thinking someone might have been watching when I opened the trunk,
Yeah.
and then saw it and decided to target it. Yeah. So I'm not mad at all. Right? This is the way of the world of which we currently live. And that's why I have insurance, right? So, yep, there's a lot of stuff in the camera bag, expensive stuff. Yes. So I'll be filing my insurance claim, and then I'm gonna have to take the time out to, you know, go get this fixed. But yeah, I don't know who I should call first. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call 311. I'm gonna ask for advice on how to proceed, whether or not I should, like, I don't know, take pictures of it. I don't know idea what I'm gonna do. So yeah, this hasn't happened since the late 90s, and I won't be putting anything expensive in the car anymore in the future. Yeah, so that way next time they break in, they'll break in for nothing instead of getting a nice camera bag. So that's it for now. So have you ever had your car broken into?
No, knock on wood.
No? All right,
In a
no.
long time.
A long time.
A radio on 3rd Avenue in Brooklyn.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, that was a long time.
Yeah, back in the 90s maybe?
Yes.
It was.
Nice.
Yeah, 90s, guys, 90s.
Forgot about that.
It's horrible.
It is a horrible
Yeah.
feeling.
It's a horrible feeling.
Yes.
It is. But for me, you know, at my age, I'm just like, yeah, this stuff happens, you know? You know, it happens. A lot of stuff happens in the world, which is why we buy insurance. You know, I have full insurance, comprehensive, collision, liability, the whole shebang. I think I bought like non-deductible glass coverage. You know, that's an option for my Progressive insurance. Yeah, so hey, thank you for watching. And yeah, I wonder if my homeowner's insurance is going to cover the stuff in the trunk, because I have Lemonade homeowner insurance.
Oh,
Yeah,
not sure.
yeah, I do Lemonade. All right.
Just call them,
Yeah,
find out.
they call them, you know. So until I get the glass fixed, I'm not going to go anywhere in the rain. I'm not going to hang up, you know, plastic bags and tape it like some other cars I've seen on the road. But I'm really glad they didn't smash the trunk, you know.
That'll be more expensive.
Yeah, because back in New York City, I used to have a Honda Civic, a 1991 Honda Civic, and had a keyhole for the trunk. Someone stuck a screwdriver in there, turned it, opened the trunk, walked off with my pool cue and cleaning supplies as I was watching, because that car had an alarm, right? So the alarm went off and my friend's like, Danny, isn't that your alarm? So I looked out the window, I saw the guy taking it. I couldn't run down the stairs fast enough, and when I got there, guy was gone. It's New York City, you know. Try to open, let me walk a little closer so the key's near it. There you go. Yeah, so I'm telling you, man. Yeah, so back then I didn't have insurance or anything, so that stuff is just gone, and I had to fix the keyhole myself. I bought a new key thing. Yeah, but this one is going to be glass repairs. Glass repairs. I don't even know what to do. Yeah, I'm going to call 311. Yeah, ask them what should I do.
Looking for a glass company, car glass company.
Yeah, I'm going to see like whatever the insurance tells me to go, because I think it has to be the insurance approved place.
Oh yeah.
For, you know.
Sure.
Because if I get it all done now, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, well, you know, we didn't approve any repairs or something.
Yeah, they send you to the place that you have
He
the
partners with, yeah.
Yeah, they send me somewhere. So hopefully the new glass is as good as the OEM glass. All right. As is the world we live in. All right, guys. So now we're back at the parking garage. So I called 311, which is the non-emergency line for the police. Waited on hold for a little bit after going through an extensive menu. Press 1 for this, press 2 for that, you know, a whole bunch of stuff, right? A lady came on the phone and I said, hey, how you doing? My car got broken into and things were stolen. This is the first time it happened to me. What should I do? Right? And she said, okay, so obviously she's like within the police department and they care about the big stuff, you know? Like, she said, oh, is there any blood around the car? So I looked around. I said, no, it appears that there is no blood on the car or near the car. And she said, has the ignition been tampered with? So I took a look. No, it looks fine. I said, it appears that it may just be that they just broke in and took something from the trunk. Upon which, they said, okay, was there any firearms or weapons stolen? No, I know better than just leave a whole bunch of guns in the trunk unattended. You know, whenever I have guns in the trunk, you know, like it's like, you know, like I'm taking it with me. I'm not gonna leave it, you know, for people to steal. That's just irresponsible. So yeah, because I go shooting and stuff. One time I drove all the way out to Pennsylvania, you know, whatever, you know, whole rifles, shotguns, ammunition, the whole shebang. Nope, never leave it in the car, guys. Never do, right? And so she said, all right, so I can help you take a report now, right? Or you can do it online, or you can go to the police station. And she said that if you're going to if they have, they also asked the name and the address of the business, or wherever, locating information. And if there was any video cameras, if there are video cameras, she said that I must file the report at the police station. If there's no video cameras, then I can do it online. So I asked, and then no, there weren't any video cameras. Okay, and so that's fine. So now comes the time. I haven't called the insurance yet. It is now 11:30 p.m. on a Saturday. I figured if they're like business hours are 9 to 5, and if they're open 24 hours, they'll be open when I'm done. So what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna empty the stuff from the trunk that's there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's still there. There's a lot of stuff they didn't take. They just took my YouTube bag. I got a lot of YouTubing stuff, props, whatever. Who knows, I could just imagine the thief running away, open it up, light stands, what the heck, Anyway, so let's get this done. All right. So I got here a pair of work gloves over here. And I got garbage bag. I'm gonna pull off the remaining broken glass and clean up what I can. Here we go, guys. Garbage bag. Obviously, there's gonna be some parts that I'm gonna have to vacuum out, but the Wow Car Wash vacuum place is currently closed. They don't open until the morning, so I'll be doing that the first thing in the morning. There's even a piece of glass on the seat when I came home. When I got back, I opened the doors, I was sitting on glass. Terrible, guys. All right, here we go. My goodness, guys, at least they didn't steal my spare hat, which has glass in it. Well, it's too much to pick up by hand, so I'm gonna leave it and use the vacuum. All right, because it would be irresponsible of me to leave these shards of glass on the floor. And it's not that many anyway. So for those of you who watch my channel, these things were in the trunk. I mean, you would think they would have taken these. But yeah, there's nothing really important in these things. They're like props. So I'll take that with me. Okay, another glass here on the ground, pick that up. Got this here folding chair. All right, so I got this here Santa hat and stuff like that. So I'll put this here. They didn't steal the tripod. I mean, I got other tripods and stuff, but this one they happen to not have taken. All right. Making sure it is free of glass debris. Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna call the insurance people to see what the guidance is regarding this stuff once I bring all this stuff inside. All right. Thank you. All right, guys, so As it turns out, not a big deal. This stuff happens. I know for many people it feels like a big deal because it sucks, you know. But for me, I don't feel that bad because in the way I'm a medic, you know, I've seen a lot of life, you know, I've seen a lot. There's people out there who are so poor that they have to resort to this type of thing. It wasn't vandalism like, hey, you know, let's spray paint something and run, you know, like that I'll be pissed, you know. I said, oh, but I'm sure they did it out of desperation because they need money for whatever reason they need money for, you know, to break into a car, to steal whatever it is, and hopefully maybe they get lucky. You know, even like if they sell the stuff, who's gonna buy it, etc., right? So I'm not too upset, you know, because I found out online that auto insurance doesn't cover the things stolen from the car. That is your home insurance, like the renters or owners or something. But I do have renters insurance with Lemonade and as a $250 deductible. So what I'm doing, I'm filing a police report over here. It's not easy, guys. So, and they're probably gonna ask for a list of stuff stolen. So I have to sit down, make a list. They want details, like value maybe. So I gotta think about the value. Maybe I'll do an approximation, you know. And then after this, I'm gonna file the Progressive insurance claim. I guess this is a glass only claim because, you know, like they didn't like make a dent in the car or anything, just broke the glass, opened the thing, took what they took. So I think this is a glass only claim, so I'm gonna fill that, and then I'm gonna see how I can do the Lemonade thing, you know. Paperwork, guys. All right, I'll let you know once I have more developments. All right, guys, it's still the same night, and basically I have typed in the police report, right? Printed out a temporary one of which they say they will approve, and then they will send me whatever, like that, not a temporary one, in like whenever, 5 days they say. Right? I put in all the details, right? So that, and then I went to Progressive, and then with the Progressive, I started the claim online. It turns out that it is glass only because like they didn't damage the car or anything. So I went online and then it sent me to like the app sent me to something different. And then next thing you know, they sent me set up an appointment with Progressive's recommended Safe Light or something. So that's going to be like 5 days from now to go get it fixed. All right, so that's that. Yeah, and then now I'm with Lemonade Insurance, and I'm trying to report the crime, and then now it says, great, let's record a short video of you describing the incident. So I figured, like that's what it says here. I'm gonna open the camera, keep my face within the circle, and then describe the incident. So, well, might as well have you watch me describe the incident. Here we go. I'm recording it on this thing right here. All right, as you can see. All right, it's just like from the app, Lemonade Insurance app. Go figure. I was parked in front of the restaurant. I was eating inside with my friend Steve, right? And at the end of the meal, came out like around 10:15 p.m., you know, and then 10:15, 10:18, something like that. And then I was walking out to the car. And then I was walking behind the car because that's how I'm going to get to the driver's side. As I was walking, I noticed that the reflection was different somehow on the back right passenger window. I was looking at it. I was like, oh my God, Steve, I think someone broke into my car. And Steve was like, yeah, right. And then I said, no, look. I went closer and the glass was all busted. I said, oh my goodness, right? Oh no. And not only that, what they call the quarter panel behind that was also busted. I was like, oh. right? And then I looked on the other side, and then the other side quarter panel, if that is indeed what they call it, is like driver's side window, then rear passenger window, and then a teeny weeny little window right behind that. Yet that one was broken too. And I said, oh my goodness. And Steve was like, oh my God, right? And then I looked inside, and I noticed that the back seats in the back, the passenger seats were tilted forward, right? I said, oh no. So evidently, they broke the two little windows, the little ones, reached in, opened up the latch, had the seat, pushed the seat forward to access the cargo compartment, right? And then so I look, and then it's like, I think something is missing, right? Then I open up the trunk and said, no, they took my big black bag full of stuff, right? And then I looked around, and then they didn't take the other stuff. I had like a bag of cleaning supplies and a Santa hat, you know, and some actually wrapped gifts in the trunk, wrapped, none of which was visible from outside. You know, it's like, you know, my car had like, you close it, right? If the thing flips down, you know, like, it got a cover, you cannot see anything. I have no idea. But the gift, the wrapped gift, they didn't take. But I actually took it all back into my apartment because the windows busted right now. And so I emptied out the whole car. And it's right there in the wagon, right? And then so they stole my bag of stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, like, the thing is, I'm telling you, like, I'm not too upset about it, you know, like, yeah, it kind of sucked, you know, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I feel so violated. I only feel a little bit violated because this is the world we live in. You know, there's going to be people out there that are so poor and desperate that this is what they have to do to get whatever they're trying to get. I don't know what they're trying to get, drugs, alcohol, who knows what, you know, whatever the reason may be, this stuff happens, you know. So yeah, I'm going through the paperwork. I filed a police report, and I filed my Progressive insurance, and they're sending me the Safe Light for having all the glass repaired. Luckily, I have a Progressive zero deductible glass, so I think I'm just gonna have to pay tax on the repair. And then so now I'm up to the part where I'm doing this lemonade insurance for the stuff in the car that was stolen. And that's the incident. Yeah, it's like 2:35, 2:30, 2:40 in the morning right now, trying to get all this done. And the thing is, I still got time, right? Yeah, like the stop thing, I still got probably half the time left. The thing is, the auto repair place doesn't have any appointments until the 20th. So now I'm like, what am I gonna do? I still gotta drive. So do I just drive with the window open? You know, if there's no glass? Like, the first thing in the morning I'm gonna do is to go to the car wash place and use the vacuum machine and vacuum up all the broken glass, right? And then what am I gonna do? I don't know, because I think it's illegal to put cardboard or something on there because it blocks your view. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna have to ask for advice from, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's it. All right, I guess I'll submit this. All right. All right, just an update, guys. So I'm using this here app and from the insurance, and I have to get all the receipts out of all the stuff, take pictures and upload the receipts and stuff. Ah, yeah, there's so much work, but you know, paperwork I'm used to. I'm used to it. I do a lot of paperwork back in the day. So I'm gonna go through all like 17 items, whatever the case may be. Oh my goodness. All right, more updates to come. All right, so here's the latest update. I filed the report, police report, online. I typed in everything, right? Then I went to Progressive, my auto insurance, filed that, and then on the computer, and then the computer ended up having a glitch. And then so I used the app on the phone, then it led me to, oh, it's a glass only claim, right? Because as you can see, no real damage to, and it's not like they kicked the door or anything. So it's just the glass that's broken. So I'm gonna, I claimed that, set me up with an appointment for the 20th. Nothing sooner, guys. I don't know why there's nothing sooner, but that's what it says. And so I'm gonna go there on the 20th, right? Then for the stuff in the car, right? Evidently, my renter's insurance is supposed to take care of that. So I filed a claim with Lemonade, $250 deductible, but I realized that deductibles and insurance is kind of like a cost of living life, because crime happens. It's a fact of the life. There's no point being upset about it and everything, right? Like Steve was more upset than I was. You could see it in his face. I'm just like, oh my goodness. And then Nurse Marion texted me, what you doing? And I told her my situation. She's like, oh, she hates it. Let me see what else she says. Let me see. It's still not right. Someone I hate most stealing stuff from me. We work hard to get the stuff we want, and some stupid a-hole, and I'm just like, yeah, it's not right. But, it's the cost of living life. You gotta buy your insurance, you gotta have your deductible, you gotta get ready to pay for it, because this stuff happens. It's just a fact of life. Nothing we can do about it, right? You can't be like, hey, let me see what she said. Let me see. Yeah. So I told her, yeah, I'm gonna go make a video about next, right? So the Lemonade, I had to take photos of all the receipts that I had. So I had to go on Amazon and find the stuff that I bought and print out receipts and take pictures of them, right? And then not just Amazon, Best Buy, Ulanzi.com even, and B&H Photo, and I even have more stuff that I don't have receipts for. And a lot of stuff is like, I must have had like 80 different things, and all the things are little things like gadgets and, for YouTubing, little for my grand hobby of YouTubing, and had it like forever and ever. But nothing is not replaceable, everything's replaceable, right? So because the appointment to fix the glass is on the 20th, and today is the 13th, 14th, right? It's the morning of the 14th. I'm gonna make something to go over here, right? For when I park the car. Evidently, I understand that you cannot drive, I don't know the law, I'm not gonna study into it, but I've read that it's illegal to block your visibility. And I use that window all the time to check my blind spot, and so not only is it a legal matter for somewhere, maybe not Nevada, I don't know, but it's a safety issue, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a parking thing, right? I'm gonna cut out a piece that fits in the window for when I park the car, because, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's open the door. Wow, I just hear all the glass shaking inside the door. That suck, guys. Whoa, so much broken glass in here. Oh man, if I had better lighting, I'll take a picture. But yeah, you can just imagine a whole bunch of glass, which I'll vacuum in the morning. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have something that I can drape over that is soft, so that the door rubber rubber pieces over here won't get damaged. You know, like I'm not gonna make it like a cardboard and slam. So I got plastic bags. Just for parking, you know? Because you don't want random people throwing like garbage in your car or something like that. Would be next to it like this. Some plastic over here. And of course, in case it rains a little, you know? All right, so let me pull this way. Tape it just like this. Over here like that. One piece of tape. Yeah, that's tall enough. All right. Good enough, I say. Hang this just right here like this. All right, take that. Open this door. All right, put the bag over the thing, just like this. And that's it. Yeah. It looks so stupid. I mean, I wish I could just leave it. Oh my God, that's gotta be something better I could do. This looks so stupid. Oh my goodness. People's gonna leave comments below. Dude, just get your window fixed, man. I said, I'm trying to. You know, the appointment isn't until you know what. There's gotta be something better I can do. This is the end of the video. So, close the door. Take such piece of cardboard. Kind of just put it in like this. Bend it, as you can see, and give it a little push. There. That is the parking cardboard. Better than having nothing, I guess. You know, maybe it'll keep the birds out, who knows, you know? Because you don't want to park the open window. Bird flies in, craps all over your car, then you got a lot more trouble, right? Now, is this strong? Only this edge is not that great, right? So how I'm gonna take it out, I have a little pull tab right here. Just kind of pull it and bend it back out. There. This is it. So, rest assured that you know this is all going to get fixed. Keep watching my videos, and I'll let you know when things are done. I'll say it in between the meal or something, like in between bites or something. I'll be like, oh, by the way, you know, the insurance claim came through, or I went, you know, it's gonna be like weeks in the future. I'll let you guys know. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go downstairs and get myself some coffee.